scary, innit? But I do own UO.
Shout out to all the girls. A piece you made and you're like, fuck me, that was ass.
I think I reported him, bro. But I got banned by them because I was reselling. Like, a store has banned me.
Chuck a tenner into Bitcoin, I promise.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the chismispodcast. Today we have a very special guest and a good friend of ours. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Garrie. So, nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, round of applause for Garrie. Garrie, would you like to say anything else about yourself?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just Garrie, innit? But I do own UO, so Ultralight.
Yeah,
so
as you can see,
that's the main.
from our background. Not sponsored at all, but promoted.
Here we are.
Here we are. But yeah, like what's it like owning Ultralight?
It's fun. It's fun.
It's fun, yeah.
It's like, it's fun, but it can be stressful, but it's rewarding. So
Yeah. Stressful in what ways though?
it's just like when it gets busy, obviously, like it's just quite stressful, like making sure everything goes smoothly or knowing what to do when like things go wrong, basically. So you just gotta adapt. It's just adaptability. But yeah, it's quite fun.
Does it feel like a job or like, does it feel like more like a passion project, would you say?
It's a passion project, I'd say. It's not a job. Like I don't feel like being dragged, basically. When you do your job, like sometimes it's long. But it's not like that. I don't feel like that personally.
Fair. For like the viewers who don't know, what do you like explain Ultralight as?
Well, I never really wanted to call it a brand. You get me? I wanted it just to be like a creative outlet for myself, and it still kind of is like that. But now it's more of like people know what it is. It's sort of a community, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like a streetwear community. But yeah, it's just the main gist of it is just me trying to bring, like, because basketball, you guys know, like, it's a big thing. Like, we like basketball, we're Filipinos, but like in the UK, it's not as big as it is
compared to like America,
Yeah.
especially.
So like, it's just sort of trying to bring that culture
Yeah.
in the UK.
Like, what would you say your biggest inspirations are then for Ultralight?
I'd say like when I first started, I didn't really have a direction, and I just knew I just like I liked doing it.
Yeah.
Like my first piece was like a Kanye piece, and it was like another one was like inspired by this guy called Ian Connor. Like he used to make like his sicko like tees.
Is that the guy who made like Revenge Storm?
Yeah, him. And like I was inspired heavily like around what was like kind of hyped during that time. So Supreme was still hyped during that time. Cortez at that time was still very underground. And they heavily inspired me as well back in the day. But yeah, I'd say there's a lot of influences because I started getting into like underground streetwear brands in 2019. And around that time, it was like Setravisions wasn't Setravisions yet. It was just Marino Morwood. That's the guy. Yeah, I was just like, I was getting exposed to that kind of like culture, and I was just soaking it in. And I was like, if they can do it, like, for like,
Yeah. So would you say those are the reasons then why you started?
Like a lot. Like I went to events like this in 2019 when it wasn't really a big thing.
Yeah.
And it was like I was sort of seeing what was going on. I was like, I feel like I could do something like that.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. Would you say like as Ultralight grew, did your inspiration start to change as well?
Yeah. What's it? So my whole like basketball or sports theme, it kind of just like came naturally because that's what I'm into already anyway. Like like I play basketball, so it just came naturally during like COVID time. I started making like pieces like the Jordan tee and the Rodman tee. They're kind of like bootleg-ish type things, but during that time, that's when it started. Like, oh, like I noticed like people actually like that stuff, and I was like, okay, let me try do more stuff like this. So it kind of changed over time to what it is now, and it's kind of like a natural progression sort of thing.
Yeah, because
So now it's kind of like reaching into football. It's kind of just natural progression.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you mentioned like one of your first pieces was a Kanye West T-shirt. Then obviously, then throughout the years, he's progressed into basketball, and I'd say basketball is the reason why your brand has blown up now.
Yeah.
And then, well, the latest drop, you see a lot of more football pieces. Like, could we potentially see other sports being incorporated into ultralight? Could we have ultralight tennis, ultralight golf?
No, there's definitely like other sports that I would look into, like American football, let's say,
Is it?
because they're
Oh,
quite
yeah.
big.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
American football jerseys would be hard.
But like I think Nike wasn't too big into football in the early 2000s. They were mainly focused on basketball. They had
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Jordan and stuff, and the way they infiltrated the football market was kind of cool. Like they kind of grabbed, because you know how back in 2000 it was like Brazil, it was like R9,
Yeah.
Ronaldinho. They were like influential, so they kind of grabbed onto that, and like the old Nike ads that you guys probably remember, it's like the iconic ones, like with Ronaldo and like Rooney.
Yeah, I remember the Brazil. There was a Brazil,
There was a Brazil one.
advertisement. It was them at the airport.
Yeah,
I remember that one.
but
That was quite iconic.
it was quite iconic, like how they now like you know them as a like kind of like everything, to be fair, but they're quite big into football. But but it's crazy how they didn't have that market back then, and they kind of just like took over it now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
Yeah, she is.
like especially with like streetwear nowadays, Nike has a big influence on it in terms of like the shoes people wear, the clothes people wear. Yeah, sorry guys, that conversation got cut short because you know us. But yeah, continuing the conversation, what would you say is your most memorable drop? And then on top of that, like, what's your favorite piece?
Most memorable drop, probably the last drop, because my site crashed. It crashed, and like I couldn't handle the traffic. There was too many people, so I had to like I was like, what do I do? And I was like contacting the developers, and I was like, oh, like what should we do? And they were like, oh, like there's too much traffic. Like, and I was like, oh, like we gotta sort this out. So we had to postpone it to the next day.
Yeah,
I don't know like what happened, whether it created hype or not. Like I feel like it did.
I think it was just a lot of people on the site, you know.
Yeah, and I feel like they were like, oh, like it's that hard to get, and like some pieces sold out. The truck hat sold out.
Yeah,
so.
you can't get this.
The truck hat sold out, even though like people was just, like it was crashing for everyone. But yeah, that was quite memorable, I'd say.
Do you know like the numbers of people who were like on the website at the same time?
It was like 2,000 people.
Damn.
Like if, because I use this website provider, like they have like their own server and stuff called Big Cartel, and like I'm moving to Shopify. Everyone uses Shopify, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if like the service could handle it or something like that. Like something went wrong. But yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
What would you say is your favorite piece then?
I was saying, I actually like I like my varsities. I feel like my varsities, even though I like haven't properly dropped them, like they kind of like led way to some pieces now, like the tee, because this original design was.
Do you want to show them?
Yeah, this design was originally from the varsity jacket. This whole back print. So I'd say the varsity. I need to like kind of remaster it, I think, and redrop it.
Yeah.
I haven't dropped it yet, so.
What would you say is your favorite piece from his brand?
I like just because of how exclusive it is, because I got the tote. and it
Oh,
sold out
yeah.
in like on the first drop. It sold out in like under a minute. It was like 51 seconds.
Yeah, I saw that.
And yeah,
I think for me, I think it's between two items for me. It's the Kobe t-shirt. I say Kobe t-shirt because like that was the first ever item I've got from Ultralight. And then the other one is like the Ultralight carpenter pants.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Because
they're
no
hard.
one really I don't really see anyone wearing those or have them.
Yeah.
But I
those are
remember
quite
those
rare.
sold out quite
Like,
quickly.
yeah, those are quite rare.
Yeah.
Like you know, I actually have pieces that I don't even own. Like pieces that I
Is it?
made that I don't even own. That I would buy. I would buy it off someone. Like pieces from like 2019. Like my first piece, my Kanye tee. I don't have that. A lot of the tees. Yeah, I literally like don't have a lot of my early pieces.
do you
For
wish
some
you kept
reason,
them?
I don't know why. It's either I sold them, like I just like sold all the pieces. I didn't keep any for me because like it was too expensive for me to have my own. But yeah, I do wish I kept them. But back in the day, 2019, I was literally like sixth form. I was working at Subway, bro.
Yeah.
So
How
yeah.
was that actually? Like balancing like education, your work, and then also your passion project, Ultralight.
It was fine back in the day. Like it was fine because like it was like my hobby in it, and it's not as like how it is today that it's super busy, but I was still doing everything myself. Like I would like individually pack each piece into the polyester bag and then ship it off and stuff. Like yeah, good old days.
Yeah. Like Ultralight now, they have like 16K followers on Instagram. Like
Yeah.
how many on TikTok? Do you know?
Almost 20K, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy. But like, what would you say was like the breakthrough moment? Like you realize, oh shit, like my brand's getting big.
That was like last year was when like, cause like it was quite stagnant for a long time, so it's like at 1K for like 2 years or something, and I thought like, I was like, oh like if I can get this to like 5K like in like the next 5 years, like it would be calm. But like last year, I think like I had like a couple like TikToks blow up, like over 50K. And one was like 200, 300K or something. And I was like, bruh, and I was gaining a lot of traction. And then I went from like 1K to like 2K. And then I went to like 2K to like 4K. Like it kept doubling. So I was like, yo, that's kind of crazy. And then I was like, oh, let me do an event.
Yeah.
And then I was like, because like that was like my dream for ages. Like even when I was like at 1K followers, like after my first year or something, I was like, oh, I really want to do like a pop-up event, but I wasn't sure if people would turn up, so I never did. But I did one last year, and like it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, to the people who went last year, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like just I think that is another moment where I was like, oh, that's like
Yeah.
it's actually big now.
Yeah, would you say that's like one of your memorable moments
Yeah.
in like during your time
Literally,
creating
like
your brand?
I thought like what, like 100 people come. It was probably like triple that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
kind of crazy. Yeah.
Like, well, by the time this comes out, it would have already happened. But you have an event tomorrow.
Event
Like,
tomorrow.
yeah,
Up on the wall as well.
Ultralight.
Court market.
Court market. Says make a free throw, grab some free garms. Like, well, yeah. What are your expectations for tomorrow? Obviously, like you've done the first pop-up event. Like, you expecting like triple the numbers this time, or
I don't know. It's hard to say. Like it's hard to say, but I think it will be more than last time. That's for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
But it's hard to say how many people will actually come because it was supposed to be today,
yeah,
but it's raining.
yeah. The weather was
So-
shit today.
We have the good thing is like we rescheduled it like days in advance, so people have time to plan. So now it's tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. How are you feeling? Like, are you feeling like anxious? Like,
I'm excited because I just want to like make a fun event for
Yeah.
like people who actually support UL and like give back. Obviously, like yeah, I just want to create like a really cool fun event that like because everyone does pop-ups, everyone does like just like yeah pop-ups where you have to go and then like it's like brick and mortar style like in the store.
Yeah.
But I want to do something that's actually memorable.
yeah,
Like,
it is quite
people
unique.
that are like that go, and I was like, oh, remember that one event like where it was like had to, and I made that free throw. Like it's kind of like if you make it, like it's rewarding.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And I'd say you're like the only basketball like UK streetwear brand. Obviously,
Yeah.
you know, I don't actually know, but like this is the one that I'd recognize straight away
Yeah.
as like being a UK
Yeah.
basketball streetwear brand.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think that was my niche from like not from the start, but from like when I started making basketball designs. I was like, yeah, I want to do this. Like, I want this to be sort of like, because it just made sense. Because I'm really into my basketball, so it just made sense to like base Ultralight kind of off of that sort of thing. Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you want to like branch out of basketball and like be your own thing, or is like basketball your own thing already?
It's hard to say, but yeah, obviously, like I want to touch into other things that I'm into, because it's obviously like I have creative direction. I can touch into other things I'm into, like football. I was into my football back in the day. I wanted to play football before I started playing basketball. So like the only reason I didn't play basketball was my dad didn't. No, the only reason why I didn't play football was because my dad didn't take me to like the clubs and the
Training.
trials and the training.
That's crazy.
But he would take me to basketball training.
Is
So I
it?
just ended up playing basketball.
That's kind
He
of the
did
opposite for
he
me.
did take me.
Yeah.
He took me to like trials or something, and like this friendly game that I played. Like, I scored a goal as well. And I was like, oh yeah, like I'm definitely gonna get signed. But I missed the sign. So I was
Man
like,
missed the date.
I missed the date to sign. And I was like, and then I was like, never mind, never
Man could have
mind.
gone pro.
Basketball it is.
No, but like it's kind of the opposite for me. Like, well, I say the opposite, but basketball is not really that popular in the UK. The Filipinos that like in the UK, I'm pretty sure most of them play basketball.
Yeah.
But like where we live, especially like basketball is not like very popular. It's mostly like football and rugby.
Yeah.
So like, it was either between them two, and I don't think my parents wanted me to get battered.
Yeah,
like
same.
every day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I they let me choose football.
Yeah.
And yeah, the rest is history. But I do wish, I think I mentioned it like couple pods ago, like I wish I played basketball.
Same.
Like, because I'm at university now, I feel like everyone plays basketball.
I wish like basketball was more accessible to people. I feel like it's not as accessible as like
America
as rugby.
or rugby.
Like in the
Yeah.
UK, I feel like it's not as accessible as like rugby or football. Because you can just like schools have like rugby teams, football teams. They don't really have basketball
Yeah.
teams. No, unless like you're in like center of London
Yeah.
or if you're in uni, but like secondary school, like it wasn't really like supported that much.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like in our area, especially, like I could probably name you only like 3 places where you could play basketball. You know,
Yeah, and it's not even 10 foot rims.
and then
No
literally outside
nets.
my house.
Yeah.
No net.
Yeah, there's no net,
No, but that's
double
what
rim.
I mean. Like this in the UK, especially, like they're quite supportive of other sports such as like football and rugby, etc. I wish they put more like emphasis on basketball, because you see like people like Jeremy Sochan, he's in the NBA now,
Yeah.
etc. So I feel like there's a lot of talent here in the UK, but it'll just be
There
like
is definitely. It's
undiscovered because it's
Yeah.
just not.
It's
not
not
a main
nurtured
one.
properly.
Yeah, it's not nurtured.
But like when you were playing like sports when you were younger,
Yeah.
did you think like, oh, I want to do that? Like you want to be an athlete? No.
Because I'm too small,
Oh,
bro.
fair.
I felt like I was too small, and I was like I'd say like I was really good at basketball for my age back then. But it's just like, I just didn't have the support that I wish I would have had to like take it to like the next level. So it's sort of just like, but I was just really into it back then.
Yeah. But then like, so if you didn't want to be an athlete, like, was it always a thing of owning a brand? Like, did you always want to own like a brand when you were younger? Or is it more of like a recent thing?
I think like it hasn't become like a proper like, oh, like this is gonna be my career until recently. Because back then I don't really know what I wanted to do, like still now, but sort of like Ultralight is kind of taking off, and I'm like, I kind of want to pursue that. But back then, no, I'd say not. I'd say it wasn't an idea. I thought it would just be like would always be a passion project on the side that I could just like, you know, like just do like as my hobby.
Yeah.
So if you wasn't doing ultralight right now, like what do you reckon you'd be doing?
Bruh, we're just working, bro. Working, still working, like, cause you know I'm doing my I'm doing my placement, so I'm balancing both. But I ended my placement like to focus on ultralight. But yeah, I would think I'd still be pursuing my placement, and I'll probably pursue it as a career.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, probably.
How did your parents react to you, like, you know, making ultralight, etc.? Like,
I think my dad was quite supportive about it.
yeah,
Because he was like I feel like I got like this kind of business mindset from him. Because he would like make me read these like finance books and stuff like that. Like this I think it's by this name called like Rob something, and it was like it's about like getting rich or something like that. And it was just about business basically, and it kind of taught me at a young age like sort of like this whole business mindset. And yeah, my dad was pretty supportive about it, and yeah, I haven't had too many issues but with them. But
yeah. So like,
my mom though, like I feel like
oh, is it?
she was a bit iffy about it.
Is it? Why is that?
Like
It's
I don't think they like thought like I would pursue it as a career, because I only kind of recently brought that up to them like last month, 2 months, that I was like, oh, maybe after uni, like I'm not gonna work. Like I'm just gonna like try to like focus on my brand.
yeah,
Is it?
because I feel like with
Yeah.
most Asian parents, like if they find out you're not finishing uni, etc., or like going into
Yeah.
a job after uni, they're like, oh, you failed in life.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's because it's not stable in it. Like they don't.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I think you like with most of these UK streetwear brands, I feel like a lot of luck is
Yeah.
involved.
It's
Obviously, you need
There's
to
hard
have good
work.
stuff in
Yeah,
it.
you have to be smart with it as well. Like the way you market stuff.
Yeah,
Like I've seen some brands like I don't even hear them anymore. Like from last year, because they just don't market nothing.
yeah.
Yeah. But what would you say is your favorite marketing strategy with Ultralight?
what really like made like ultralight what it is now is TikTok. I'd say like it literally blew. It's literally probably the reason why like so many people have seen what ultralight is and know about ultralight is because of TikTok. It kind of reached like far more than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that was my issue very early on. Like I was like, when I was still in 2019, 2020, I was like, oh, like I'm making like these sick pieces. Like I know it was sick. Like the Jordan tee, and the Rodman tee, I designed. It was all the way back from 2020, 2019, and like it was like my best selling at that time. It was like only 30 tees or something. But I was like, bro, like obviously like it's a good design. Like I just wish more people would see it. And like at that time I would like have to ask people, oh, can you share this on your story, just so people could see it. But TikTok kind of like just like helped me, I don't know, like reach so many more people.
Yeah, it's easy.
Like
It's
probably
quite,
millions of people now that my
Yeah.
TikToks have reached.
it's quite easy to get viral on TikTok.
Yeah, it does the job for you. Like
Yeah.
it finds your audience for you.
It's organic, you get me? Like because like I tried, like back in the day I used to pay for like Instagram ads, right? And I was like obviously I didn't have much money, but I would probably put £20 in and it would get me likes, but it wouldn't get me followers.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And I
see.
was like, and it was just like, oh, like I just wish like, because the other brands at the time, they already had the following, and like the people who owned it were already influencers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Clint was kind of already like known around
London. etc.
This guy Marino was already known. This guy called Slick Sid, he owned 2 brands back in the day, but he was already an influencer. They were all influencers. Like a lot of the brands that are owned, even today, like most of the owners are influencers. They already have a platform.
Yeah. Like
And that was my issue. Like, oh, how do I get a platform without being an influencer or
Yeah.
without
Yeah.
using influencers?
Would you consider yourself an influencer now? Yeah, or you just Garrie?
Just
Garrie.
bro. No, I would. I just like people who like support Ultralight or know about Ultralight, they usually don't know who the owner is.
Yeah, innit?
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
I kind of like prefer it like that. Like I just
Stay
kinda wanna
low key.
stay low key, like not get involved with anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But
You
yeah.
feel like that's the way forward, just to like be kind of mysterious and
Yeah,
not.
yeah. I think so. Yeah, I prefer it
Yeah.
that way.
No, but I feel like that'll be quite hard to keep up. Like, you're mysterious. like-
Yeah.
Yeah, I get the occasional like UL followers like following me, but yeah.
yeah, that's
It's
what I
quite-
mean. Like, there'll be a time where
it-
someone's on the street and they're like, oh, it's that guy who makes that. Like, oh,
Ultralight.
Ultralight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've had that, yeah.
No,
Is
actually,
it?
Is it?
I walk on the street and I see people wearing Ultralight.
Yeah, but they just.
I don't say anything though. I don't be like, yo, that's.
Do you get gassed? Yeah.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. I'm just like, oh, that's sick to see. Like, people are actually like wearing it on the street. But like, I don't come up to them like,
Oh, you know, I made that. You know. Oh, where'd you get that? Oh, yeah, I made it.
but yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like if you bring your personal life into it, it just comes a bit intrusive, innit?
Mm.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And then like your fans kind of rely on your personality as well. Like everyone kind of knows like Clint's aura and like
Yeah,
his
how he
vibes.
is.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's like kind of a marketing strategy itself. It's just having the owner kind of like portray what the brand is.
Mm.
You get me, like the lifestyle, like the way BPM markets, their owners market it like this like luxurious like lifestyle. Clint kind of has this like street but also like high end type feel.
Yeah.
The owners usually portray, but me
You want to be hands off.
Yeah, I don't know, like
He just wants
I
to be the
kinda-
guy in the corner, mysterious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. Yeah, don't really want to like be out there. You
Yeah.
get me?
But obviously, Ultralight is like a growing brand now.
Yeah.
Like, what are your goals for the future?
don't know. It's
Like,
just-
obviously, you've got 16K on Insta now, like 20K on TikTok. You're dropping. It seems to be like every other month now. Like, what's the goals for the future? Like,
it's obviously like I just want to continue the growth, right? And just like kind of reach out to more people. It's just it's continual growth. Try to do more events. It's just like I just want to like create kind of a community kind of thing for basketball, for sports, for just like the UK in general. Like and remain like at its core like for the streets. Like I don't want to like kind of like change it.
yeah, like start making like high-end fashion pieces.
Like I don't kind of want to like I just want to stay true at its core, like what it was from the beginning, like for people, for the streets. Yeah.
Have you got like a dream number for like followers or something? Would you be like, oh, once I reach like 100K, I made it?
Yeah, like I said like earlier, it was like originally it was like, oh, like if I reach like 5K, maybe even like 9K, like that seems like
that's
seems
still a
calm.
lot, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like when I was still like really small, I thought like that was my end goal, like that's manageable. But now maybe I don't know. Like right now it's quite like
16K is a lot
16K
already.
is quite a lot.
In there.
A number, maybe like double.
30K.
30K.
Do you think that's doable?
Yeah.
I'd say that's.
I think you could do more.
Bro, I can't lie. I think you can do more, especially after the event you do tomorrow, and you get a lot of exposure from that, etc.
It's just like these brands, like just like one like thing that goes viral will like literally skyrocket.
Yeah, that's
their
what I
brand.
mean.
Yeah.
Like I haven't had that one proper viral like million views yet. I think if that ever happens, like it will like kind of like
Yeah,
skyrocket.
I'd say for him, I reckon he could get to like 50K.
Yeah. I reckon you can make 100.
Oh yeah, he could.
100K.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think you could.
And then we
like,
watch
give
back
it-
later and we like,
Yeah. We'll come back to this moment in it. I reckon in 3 years he could.
Yeah,
if
you
he keeps
probably
going at the rate he's.
if
he
I
is,
keep like innovating
Yeah.
and like finding unique ways to sort of market and like
Yeah.
reach out, probably we'll see.
Yeah, but like I think we're speaking too much about Ultralight now. Like, what do you like to do outside of Ultralight?
I play basketball, like still, like once a week maybe. I chill with my girlfriend, like try to spend time with my family. But yeah, it's just like kind of laid back,
Yeah.
just not too, I don't know. Yeah, just eat, eat, go out and eat when I'm bored. Go to the cinemas. Yeah, just pretty much it. To be fair, when I'm not doing yeah, it's just chilling, just resting.
Yeah,
to be
guys, he's
fair.
just normal
Just
guy.
normal.
He's just Garrie.
Yeah.
Garrie's just being Garrie.
Yeah.
But like, you also like have that interest in like I've seen you like oh my days I can't speak. Like you're quite interested in like comics as well. Like
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I was always into like like my cartoons, my comics back in the day. It's sort of like how UL is like my creative outlet. It's kind of like also letting my like inner child out. You get me? So like what I was interested in back in the day, sort of like I'm kind of like laying it out onto UL. So like I make these comics as well. These like little comics I work with like these like really cool artists who help me like make stories and like give them out in like orders and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm into I'm into that stuff.
yeah, I like the comic books.
It's quite unique.
Yeah, it is. It's quite unique.
I think
and like
no one's ever.
yeah, I don't think no one's ever done that. And it's quite like every drop, it'll be the next part of the story
Yeah.
to that comic,
Yeah.
which is quite
Yeah,
that's quite cool.
but I'm working on a comic actually
Is it?
right now. But it's like I've made 3 comics and it's all related to the same story. But then I'm making this like special edition one, like it's not related to that story. So yeah,
Like a
It'd be
filler.
it look like it's kind of done. We just need to like it's not a filler. It's like completely unrelated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you do you first.
but yeah, it would be sick to like see it printed and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it would look cool.
Yeah.
Is that for the next drop then? Yeah.
It was for this drop. Yeah,
Is it?
it's
Oh.
already like done. We just need to print it and then like yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. Fair.
What's it like, going through drops and stuff? What's your creative like design like? What's your creative process?
It's actually like so random. Like there's times where it's just like maybe like 2 like back in the day, yeah. When I was still designing like when I was like 1-2K, right? I would be like in bed like at 3 a.m. I'm trying to go to sleep. And like an idea just pops in my head and I have to just get up and do it because I'll lose it. I'll lose like kind of the creative momentum. You get
Yeah.
me? So it's just like I don't know, just like when I'm watching something or when I'm I don't know, walking down the street, like if there's an idea, like I'll put it down in my notes, and then I'll do it when I have time or when I have energy to like create something.
Yeah, I clocked earlier,
What?
like he was on like when he was on the tube, like he think of something. I saw him write down something on his notes.
Yeah, he's always doing that.
Yeah.
It's just like like I have bad memory, so I have to like write down stuff, or else I'll lose it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's random, like random times, like like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I just get up and then
just start typing shit down.
yeah,
Have there ever been times like you just wanted to give up, like on Ultralight?
yeah.
Is
Like
there?
UL, like low key, like wouldn't have been a thing, like, cause I almost stopped, in 2020, 2021, that year I didn't really drop. I think it was 2021. Yeah, I didn't drop anything. Well, I did, but like it was kind of like it's just like little pieces, like one tee, one pair of shorts, or something like that. Cause like I was like drained that year.
Yeah.
Like I went through like personal issues, like I went through a breakup. So
Yeah.
Oh.
like I was just really demotivated, and I just like, yeah, my mind was just out of it. I had no energy that year, and I was like just ready to just like give up on UL and just like because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was kind of lost that time, so I was like,
What brought the love for creating like clothes back? Like, what was the motivation for you to start creating clothes again?
It's just the people around me.
Is it?
Like me and my girlfriend was a big thing, because like she was into the same things I was like, and like all her friends, like just the people, you guys, like just everyone like around like supporting. Like I never had that before. That's the thing. Like
Is it?
yeah, like that's the thing. That's the actual thing. Like where I was before, like it's kind of hard. Like there's just like few people that would support and stuff like that, but I didn't have like people like kind of like, oh, yo, that's like actually sick, like that would actually motivate me kind of thing.
Yeah, because if you deep it now, like the friends you've made, like you do your drops at your girlfriend's place in Bristol, etc.
Yeah.
And you're always there all the time, etc.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. We'll go to like an event, and all of us will be there,
Yeah.
etc.
Your environment
Yeah.
and just the people around you. Like Raff was a big inspiration as well, because we met in uni, and obviously like it was just we were quite close, so like it was just kind of us two. And
Shout out you.
shout out Raff, shout out Raff, shout
Behind the
out
camera.
shout out Fen, shout out the girls, shout out
Yeah,
the
yeah.
boys. Like it's just literally everyone.
What are you doing?
Like shout out to Bristol
Shout out
as
the
well.
Bristol lot. Yeah.
Um,
Shout out the.
Like
I don't want to say
the
it.
real
I was gonna say myth,
from us.
Shout.
Joking.
like.
Shout Gamso.
Yeah.
Who else do I need to shout out? Yeah, shout out like everyone who supported you. Like it wouldn't be where it is without the support and the love everyone gives.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You have like big names wearing your brand now. Scoot Henderson,
Yeah,
second
Scoot
overall draft pick.
It's
Sharif
crazy.
O'Neal, son of
It's
Shark.
crazy.
It is. It's crazy.
Like, bro, you going? He's going blur. Can't say that. You can't say.
It'd be me.
But yeah, it's crazy. Like seeing like Sharif. Like I made a piece of his dad, bro.
I
Like,
know.
Shaq, Kobe and Shaq T, and he liked the stuff like Kobe's his uncle, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And Sharif, like he's second, third overall pick. Like he's crazy. He's gonna be sick.
Who's like the most famous person who's like, say like DM'd you or followed you or like ordered something? No, okay. Second famous.
Second famous.
Yeah, who's the second most
Second
famous?
famous.
It's gotta be Scoot.
Is it?
Scoot, yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a big player. He's gonna be a big player. For Portland, especially if Dame leaves.
Yeah. Because then he'll be the star there.
He'll,
And then
he'll kind of have the centerpiece. So, yeah.
What could we see like other basketball players on the t-shirt? Like maybe a Yao Ming.
No, that's valid.
Yao Ming. Yao Ming's a bowler.
all right, bro. I didn't see nothing.
All right, you're just laughing in this. Oh.
Um,
Yao Ming.
think
Like
the-
Harry Maguire t-shirt for football. I'm waiting for them.
yeah,
Drops.
football tees are like
Sorry.
they're quite people are asking for football tees.
Yeah.
And I want to do some next summer. In terms of basketball, I think LeBron is the number one piece that people want. I think there's just random players that they want. Like
Yeah.
people just DM me with like a random.
Is
player.
it like what? Wait, what's the weirdest?
That's like
one you've
Darius
gone?
Garland. It was like DG. I was like, oh.
Don't get me,
He's good. He's a baller,
Don't get me,
but
he's a bowler.
it's not to the point like.
But it is a
I
bit
would-
weird.
Yeah, like
because he's not really an established.
because
star
I
player.
like making teas of like players in the past kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like icons.
legends, like icons. Yeah. But yeah, DG, shout out DG.
Shout out DG. Like, oh, actually, what's the weirdest like request you've ever had? Like, obviously,
I
you post
check?
a lot on your Insta story. Like, I'm
Let me
sure you
check.
get some weird messages, some wookie messages.
I know. If you could have like a tea from Ultralight.
Told you Harry Maguire. Man.
Nah, not
Nah,
that.
I'm not. All right. I would like to see a Ronaldinho one, but I feel like it's because everyone's like done it.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't be unique. I think for me, I haven't seen anyone make like a CR7 or Messi tee. I
Yeah,
feel like that's
that
not
was,
very
like,
popular.
My very first football ideas was to do like something like that, like
Yeah.
a Ronaldo or a Messi tee. But I could still do one next year. We'll see. We'll see where my like creative like thing goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the weirdest. I don't know. There is like some weird stuff. But there's just people like, that I'm having an event, right? This guy said if I send a video of me hitting 10 free throws in a row, do I get 10 free throws in a row?
That's so stupid.
I mean, like it's because obviously you have to go.
Yeah,
to the
you
event,
have to
like,
go to the event to get the items,
but
guys.
it's funny.
Yeah. 10 free throws in a row.
Oh, fair. Like,
What would you say, like, a piece you made and you're like, fuck me, that was ass?
oh, that's a good one. That's a good question.
Like, have you ever regretted a design?
Regret? No, not really actually. Like there might be like ass piece, but like I'd say like it's like progression. Like every piece you make like builds up your skill, builds up the progression of how your style is. So I wouldn't say. Let me think. That's hard.
Well, so there's not a piece that you wouldn't wear.
There's like designs that I have on my laptop where I'm just like, I'm glad I didn't make. I'm glad I didn't drop them. Like I don't know that. I think I made. It's not that bad, but I made like a Frank Ocean tee like back in the day, like in the style of like my Kanye tee. Because I was like, oh, who should I do next? I'll do a Frank Ocean tee. I think that was not that good, to be fair.
Could we see celebrity tees again in the future?
Yeah,
Like, as you
yeah.
mentioned,
I could probably do some. It depends. It depends.
like a
Yeah,
remake.
It's not, yeah, like a remake. I actually did a remake of the Kanye tee that I
Is
wanted
it?
to drop.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh,
then
you do your
at that-
fist.
But at the time,
He was saying
like
some
there was a
crazy-
lot of like controversy, and I was like, oh, it's not good to drop that.
Yeah. I remember seeing that on your Instagram. I was like, oh, yeah, that's like a tee I want to get.
Yeah, I put it on my TikTok, like
And
the
then-
Kanye tee. I never dropped it because
He said some
Yeah.
stupid stuff.
it was for
Kanye
my,
can't
it was
keep
for
his
my
mouth shut,
anniversary.
man.
Because I was like, oh, for my anniversary, I want to remake a tee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I ended up doing something else. Like, but yeah.
What would you want to see from his brand? Like you asked me, and I said Messi and CR7. What would you want to see?
You know, like how you said one of your favorite pieces is the carpenter pants. I would like to see some more like workwear stuff. That's
Yeah,
what I'm into.
definitely.
Or I'd want to see like, I don't know. I don't know if you've mentioned it already, but like that shit you have, or is like
yeah,
a
yeah.
jacket, the mechanic jacket.
mechanic
I think that's
jacket.
hard.
Yeah, that's hard.
I'm trying to like, cause it's winter. I'm trying to like get into more winter pieces.
Yeah, can we see like
sort of like
puffers or something?
What could do
Oh,
Yeah.
could do.
an arc, a UL arc. jacket.
ULR.
Gore-Tex UL.
Gore-Tex UL.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see. Like, cause it's winter, I want to like work on more pieces, like workwear. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm already working.
Can we see like UL briefs?
No, yeah, not briefs though. Boxes.
UL briefs.
Yeah,
What would you be like the craziest like item of clothing you'd make? I just mentioned briefs. That is
Craziest
mad.
item. Yeah, briefs.
Briefs is mad.
No.
Briefs.
The craziest. I don't know, like, cause
Dress,
the craziest
you know.
item I've seen a streetwear brand do. For me, it was crazy. It's bikinis.
Yeah, you trap star do that.
Yeah.
Trap
It's
star make
because
bikinis.
it's just a bit weird to me. Like, it's a street, like, I don't know.
It's on the beach
not
in
for
your
me
UL
to say,
bikini.
but
like.
I wouldn't make a UL bikini.
No, I remember like I had a conversation with Garrie and would be about fancy stuff. He was like, "Oh, you should make ultralight gym stuff and call it ultra tight,
Oh, compression tee.
compression,
Ultra tight.
ultra tight."
Oh yeah,
Could we
what?
see
Yeah.
some gym wear soon?
Yeah, you could do, to be fair.
Yeah.
But you know, the funniest thing I get is because you know how it's called ultralight, and my tees aren't that light.
Oh, yeah,
They're
yeah.
To be
heavy.
fair.
500 GSM.
Yeah, it's quite heavy. That's one thing that I get. To be fair, they're like, why is it called ultralight when it's not even light?
Yeah, what was the reason you called it ultralight? What's
Yeah, what's the meaning?
the meaning behind the
Guess.
name? Ultralight.
The only thing I remember is a light in your path.
That's a Bible verse. Well, like derived from a Bible verse.
I'm just gonna say like, you weigh very light. So
No,
it's ultralight.
I was.
Oh yeah, I'm so skinny. I'm so
Man,
skinny.
man weighs 20 kg. I'm like, oh yeah, let's call it ultralight.
No.
That's
Is that your guess?
What is it? What's the actual reason?
'Cause I was like at that time, I think it was like Jesus is King era. I
Yeah.
was into like Kanye back then, and obviously he made the song Ultralight Beam. It's from
Oh,
is it?
yeah, I remember
like
that.
my very first like video was like just a random video of me in the car, but it was like a VHS type footage, and it was playing in the background, and one of my first like promotion videos, it was playing in the background. But yeah,
Before
that's kind of why, to be fair.
before ultralight, what were the other names that you came up with? Like,
It was it.
it was only ultralight.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fair.
You didn't have like a massive list and like choose.
No.
Is
So I was
it?
like, oh, that sounds good.
Did you ever want to rebrand though? Like, was there ever a time?
Yeah.
Is it?
Like I didn't think of any names, but there was like some occasion like, oh, let me rename Ultralight, but I'm glad I didn't, because like I like how it is now.
Yeah.
Get me? But I do want to rebrand it right now, from because you know how it's Ultralight London.
Yeah.
But I don't live in London anymore.
Ultralight Bristol now.
So I wanted to do it just Ultralight, but I can't get the Instagram name for that. Some just random dude has it.
What? Someone has the name Ultralight?
Yeah, I think I reported him. Reported
Have you
him.
ever DM'd him like saying,
I
"Oh, can
think
I have that
I'm
name?"
pretty sure I did.
I saw you can do that. You can get
You
like,
can DM and they'll
Buy it or
yeah.
something off them.
you can
But
buy off them.
yeah, some random dude has it. Was thinking of like naming it something else, like Ultralight Worldwide or something, but nah, I might just keep it Ultralight London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
UL.
I mean, if you deep it, like it was first got big in London.
The main like sort of, what's it called, demographic is in London anyway, so
Yeah.
makes sense.
Ultralight Worldwide would be quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just kind of long.
Not yet though.
Yeah, this is very long.
like-
man.
Yeah.
So your goal is world domination, yeah.
Yeah. No,
Is
yeah. Yeah. I want to branch out to other countries. I think I am
Yeah.
slowly doing like a lot of US customers now. There wasn't before. Because before it would just be, I think it was like UK and then some in France. Because like back in the day, like one France like media outlet posted about me. They were quite big. Yeah, it's like some streetwear like media outlet. Had a couple 100,000 followers. They posted me, and I was getting like bare followers. Like at the time, I was like 200 followers. I was like, it gave me 200 followers. And I was like, oh, that's sick. Like I wish they would post me again. But yeah, it's France. France was a big like demographic there, and in Europe.
What's the most like random country that ordered?
Random country.
Is
Bro,
there, like-
everyone orders from everywhere now.
No, I could probably say it for him.
What?
I remember you posted on your story someone was selling it in Romania.
Yeah, no, I have a couple customers in Romania, but yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Some dude just sent me a video of like the Pro BT
The Pro BT.
in a random Romanian marketplace.
Yeah.
So random.
That's so
Yeah,
crazy.
that was crazy.
Oh, also, like, what do you think about like people reselling your brand? Like on Depop,
Oh, yeah,
you have
yeah.
put it on your story like, oh, someone bought a Fro BT for £90,
And then I dropped
and then
it
he dropped another
a
Fro
week
BT.
later. I respect the hustle, to be fair, because I was like, literally I was like that back in the day. Like I was reselling like Supreme, and that's how I got into streetwear. I was a reseller. Like I was getting like bare shoes from, I don't know if I can say it, but I got banned by them because I was reselling.
Is it?
Like a store has banned me for reselling back in the day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, what
It's
store?
a big-
We'll
it's a
beep
big-
it out.
Well, beeper.
I can still go in their stores, but they blocked my Instagram and stuff.
No way.
What?
Off stream. Yeah,
That's
yeah. It's
crazy.
like I used to like, and they used to bear like raffles, or like if I say how their raffles work, it's kind of bait. But like, I used to enter, and
You'd always win.
I'd always win because like I don't know like the way you have to win was like you had to kind of bum lick them, and like you kind of had to like like no it's true.
The Garrie bum licks.
But I was like 15 at the time, bro. Like, it's like I used to comment like fire emojis, like, oh, this is so sick. Yeah, and then
this
like
is
when
so
it comes to a
hard.
raffle, like I'd enter, and then they just DM me saying, oh, you win, like collect it.
I think I might have to start doing that.
And then like, yeah, and they, you know how I got blocked? They were like, I don't know. I think someone baited me out. Like one of my friends was jealous or something.
Ah.
I don't know, but that was just like what I thought at the time. But I feel like someone baited me out, and they were just like, show me all the shoes stacked up right now. Like I send a picture with the date with your name, and I was like, oh, I'm not at home right now. And they said, oh, if you don't do it in 30 minutes, you're blocked. And I was like, bro, I'm not home, and then they blocked me. But then I made a new account.
Then he finessed them again.
And I finessed them again. I started winning, like I won like 4 shoes or something, and then I think I stopped like reselling stuff,
Is it?
and then I started doing UL stuff. Yeah,
Fair.
What would you win in them raffles? Like, what's the most memorable?
bro, I won the OG Travis Scott's, the brown ones,
I swear.
and I sold it to this guy. He was like was like a personal, not stylist, but he would sell shoes to footballers like Pogba, Messi. Like he was big. He was big. And I think he reached out to me, and he was like, "Oh, let me buy it off you." Yeah, and then we drove all the way there. It was like at the time it was like one bag, only 1K, but it was big for me.
Yeah.
So
1K's a lot, you know. Because I
That's still a
swear
lot.
the retail is like what? How much? Do you remember what
it
retail
was like probably 160.
No, that's what I mean.
That's crazy.
And I got back and I was like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna quit Subway, bro.
But you know what's crazy nowadays though? I feel like people have stopped buying resell and they've just turned to reps.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
people, you see on like TikTok, people are using Panda Buy, etc. to buy
Just
their,
fake clothes.
their shoes, their clothes now. Like, how would you feel if they started making like fake ultralight stuff?
I'd say like that's sick, to be fair.
Is it?
Is
Like
it?
like at the same time it's kind of like, oh, they're kind of just making off of someone's creative you know, what they work for kind of thing, and they're just kind of selling it. But and on the other end, it's kind of like that's kind of, you know, like you've made it kind of thing, like that people are actually willing to buy reps of your stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's there's 2 ways to view it, but I think like if they buy reps, like okay, that's fair, but UL reps, like it's already quite affordable, to be fair.
Yeah, I know.
But at the same
so-
time, it's hard to get, I'd say, UL right now.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes
It's
it
quite
is.
in demand right now,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah. Like shit sells out in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then just people are just reselling on.
I mean, your motto is like, don't lack, I swear.
Yeah,
I
don't lack.
Literally don't lack.
Yeah, that's it. It's not too hard to get as long as you're there on time. So
Exactly.
you won't have an excuse. But yeah,
Unless the site crashes.
unless the site crashes. But yeah.
Yeah. But what would you like in terms of giving advice? Like, what advice would you give to someone now, like starting their clothing brand?
I'd say, well, like a lot of people actually ask me for advice. I always say to kind of figure out your whole like the whole gist of your brand. Like,
your niche.
What's it about?
Like the
what do you want, what's
personality.
your goal? What do you want to do? What do you want to portray? Yeah, that's kind of like you have to figure that out. It doesn't, well, for me, like it didn't matter whether it's like you figure out straight away or I don't know, like it's all like kind of unique, your brand. So just, yeah. And another tip was like just like kind of keep pushing out content, like utilize what's given to you right now. So like TikTok, like there's so many people on TikTok now like saying like, oh, how to start a brand, and they would like give advice and stuff, like how to find manufacturers. So it's so accessible nowadays.
Yeah, it's literally a
It's-
tutorial for everything
It's
nowadays.
Yeah, literally.
really accessible. Like back then I was like always like, how did this brand like
Blow
like
up.
like how did they make these pieces?
Mm.
And I was like, oh, like how did they like get this quality? How did they? And like there wouldn't be any answers because like no one really like wanted to, or no one really like made it mainstream to like own a brand. But I feel like nowadays it's kind
Yeah,
of
you can literally find like there'll be TikToks about manufacturers you can use.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's crazy.
It's like it's
nowadays.
literally like given to people on a plate nowadays. But at the same time, like the brand will only kind of succeed if like you kind of do it right. You get me? Like you have to do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of mistakes nowadays with brands is they focus on the money and the numbers more rather
Yeah.
than their passion.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
they come into it thinking like, oh, this will make me financially free. Not like, oh, I actually enjoy doing this.
That's true.
Yeah, like how long have you been doing your brand now?
3-4 years.
Yeah, 3-4 years. They expect that money like ASAP.
Yeah.
Like, they as soon as they start up that brand, they're like, oh, I'm gonna
That's the thing.
blow up already.
Like
etc.
some people just start brands like just cause like oh yeah, I'm into clothes and like
Yeah.
oh like this I can make money off this, like, but it's a lot. There's a lot more into it. You get me? Like yeah, there's times where you might want to give up and stuff, and you gotta like keep pushing.
What's some like financial advice you'd give to someone starting a brand?
Financial advice, I don't know, like when I started I didn't have much money. I would just put whatever I had into it, but of course like don't spend all your money on buying stock. Like I think what's good is this method, like you take orders and then you fulfill them, but you got to do it right. Like there's some brands that do that and they take ages to ship, like like half a year.
Yeah.
Or something
Cause
like
it go. Not cheap.
You can't say that.
Yeah, I can. They deserve it.
Yeah,
Some of the I can't like some of the pieces are hard, but like they're just taking the piss with the
it takes
delivery
a long
times.
time to ship, and I'd say like, what was the question again?
Like, what financial advice would you give someone?
Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty easy way to do it, because you don't have to put that much money into that. Obviously you have to pay for samples and stuff, so just make sure you sample stuff before you start producing, because if you don't sample it, then you won't know.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
I reckon one piece of advice I'd give to someone. I say this as if I have my own brand myself, but like I reckon like, do you know how they get money from selling their clothes? They'll use that money on themselves instead of reinvesting into the brand.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah, just reinvest it. I don't really like. For me, I don't really buy too much like other things. I like to invest into the brand
Yeah.
because it's for its future, innit?
Yeah. Like you're investing into the future, innit? Because some people just get greedy, start buying designer and shit. And it's like,
Yeah.
I don't like. I've kind of like lost my, what's it called, like desire for like other things.
materialism.
Yeah. It's just like what I need. It's just the needs more than the wants now.
What's the most expensive thing you've bought with your UL money though?
Bruh. My laptop, bro.
Is it?
Literally, I don't know, like, yeah, my laptop probably is. Just bought a new laptop,
Is
new
it?
MacBook,
Fair.
but yeah, literally, I don't spend that much money on. I'd rather spend it on samples and designing than like, cause I just buy, when I buy clothes, I just buy like vintage or second hand. I don't buy new, but yeah.
Yeah, vintage clothes age like wine, bro.
Yeah,
actually do.
Yeah,
They're lang now.
I just prefer it.
And that's like a trend as well, Y2K, etc.
Yeah.
Actually, what does your brother think of your brand?
I think he looks up to it and me.
Is
in a
it?
way. Yeah. He's just like, he would say like, at a young age, like you did this and that. And that's so cool. And I was like, oh yeah. That was because he sells Prime, right?
What?
Like he's
Resell
Prime.
already?
Yeah.
How old is he?
11.
Oh my days, he's
Resells
hustling.
prime.
I rate it. I
I
rate
went
it.
home, yeah. I opened the fridge. It's all prime.
That's crazy.
Every flavor.
Shout out to little bro. Like,
Every flavor, every like, there's like the hydration one and what the fizzy one.
Yeah, the energy one.
It's literally
was he
everything.
selling them at school?
Yeah.
Fair.
Oh,
I
that's
rate
he's
it.
like,
Gangster.
and he's like, I was like, what about I give you like 5 pieces of Ultralight, and like you sell it to your friend? Cause he was saying like, oh, like some people in my school are just like talking about like Ultralight and that on their TikToks and stuff. They're like, oh, they saw the football tees, they think it's sick. And I was like, oh, like what about I give you this and you resell it to them?
Is he actually down to do it?
Yeah, he said he would do
That's
it.
crazy. Imagine
Ah,
going from
thanks.
selling prime to ultralight tees.
Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of just to kind of what is it? To like encourage him to have like a business mindset, sort of
Yeah.
thing. Just like
Imagine he creates a competing brand.
What's the opposite?
Ultra dark.
Never dark.
Never dark. Ultra dark. Ultra dark is ultralight.
It's just his clothes, but it's inverted colors.
Yeah.
Bro.
Actually, you know one thing we can relate on is hate comments. How do you deal with hate comments?
Yeah.
I just laugh. It's funny.
Yeah.
Like, I get it's just a bit annoying, but it's just like I swear.
Has there ever been one that's gotten to you like, oh, why, it's just ruined my day now that you said that?
There was this one like a long time ago, in 2019 actually. It's like eating KFC and some like obviously I was a really small brand, and there's just someone kept commenting like, hey, just like, oh, you're stealing like culture, you're like culturally appropriating or something like that.
What?
Or something like that. And I was like what? And I was like, I'm talking about like basketball and how I'm stealing like their culture and stuff. I was so confused. I was like, what? Like, what does he want me to do? Like, make teas strictly on freaking like Asian players?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I was just making teas because I like basketball and I'm into basketball,
Yeah.
and obviously the iconic players of basketball just happen to be
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they're all black, innit?
Yeah.
It's just like it's just us Filipinos. There's no Filipino basketball player.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's
we
kind of
look
so
up to
in there, but like,
to the Kobe,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
LeBron,
true.
like I was annoyed. Like,
Would you make Asian basketball players
Yeah.
tees?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the Yao Ming, innit?
Nah.
Or like Jeremy Lin.
Yeah, Linsanity.
Oh,
Lin
Jeremy Lin. I
Sanity,
think
that would
Jeremy
be
Lin
sick.
would be a good
Linsanity
one.
that would be
would be
sick.
hard.
That would be sick.
Oh.
I've never seen a Insanity tee.
Yeah, that's why. You do. Guys, I made it with him.
Brainstorm.
Brainstormed with him just now.
That would be sick.
Linsanity tea coming out soon.
Do it when because like every year just Bleacher Report just posts about Linsanity.
Yeah, I know that's
Yeah.
why I mean.
Around that. Yeah.
Is it Linsanity tea out of it? You guys come in.
Linsanity.
Linsanity
That would be sick.
tea.
Can't lie. Yeah. Good shout.
See, like money wasn't a problem. Yeah. What's like a piece you would make like and just sell straight away?
Piece I would make.
Like puffers, cargos.
Maybe
like,
like
money
would it be
wasn't
your
a
Air
problem.
Dreams?
Oh
like-
yeah. This,
That's what I
like
mean.
I could do that. The only issue is, it takes a lot to plan. Like I've never dropped a shoe before. Like I don't know how long it would take to make like 100 pairs or something like that. Let's say. It's just planning. But if money wasn't an issue, I don't know. Like I would want to make like furniture. To be fair, like sick like
Furniture?
furniture or like accessories and stuff like that. Like jewelry. Let's
Yeah, I've
say.
seen you make
Yeah.
rings.
Yeah, rings.
Like you made rings at your you gave rings to some of
Some
our
people,
friends
yeah.
at the first UL
the
pop
first
up event. Those are quite hard. He's got it on right now. I don't know if the camera can see that.
Zoom in.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
this was like a sample from 2021. But I want to make like proper rings, like silver. And I think that it takes time to do that. So, but yeah. But I'd say like jewelry.
Yeah, jewelry be hard.
Imagine like an iced out.
Ultralight necklace.
Oh, like the stuff.
It costs it's like weigh
Or
like
just
2
just
kilos.
has UL.
Yeah. I could actually see that being a thing though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
UL necklace is that like
Have
this.
like little baby.
Yeah. Have little baby promote it as well.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I have a question for myself.
Go on.
What was
No,
it?
it's just like, oh, if there was like a celebrity I'd want to see wear my stuff, like who would be? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Or who would you like a one celebrity?
I'd say Michael Jordan because obviously you've made like
That would be sick.
t-shirts.
But he's old now.
Well, he's old as fuck, so he can't. he's not really. He's not really gonna like.
He's not gonna.
Oh my
influence-
days! Would you get LeBron?
Yeah.
He'll just no.
But he's-
he'll wear it and he'll put like he'll do it like he'll sing along to the
Lip
lyrics
sync.
and he'll get the lyrics wrong.
Oh, who's like who would I give it to? One NBA player right now.
I think for me anyway. Well, I'd say LeBron.
LeBron. Yeah, I'd say LeBron. I don't know. Bronny.
Oh yeah.
Bronny
Bron.
maybe, yeah.
Bronny would.
I
What
could
about
see
like
Bronny.
what about the people who've actually worn your brand? Like maybe Scoop.
Yeah.
But he's already worn it.
Yeah, but he's one.
Yeah, but like yeah.
The-
Fair,
yeah.
fair.
But it could be like not basketball players, like musicians and stuff. Like, I
Do you have any football players in mind?
to know. To know.
Imagine like Mbappe with like a puff
Yeah.
print.
No, like
no.
who's footballers that are into streetwear?
I reckon he could get like a Saka or
Yeah,
a Emil
yeah,
Smith
yeah.
Rowe. Some of the Arsenal players maybe,
Yeah.
Reece Nelson,
Could
Jadon
do.
Sancho, etc.
Yeah.
I reckon they could. Well,
Shut up! I can't keep saying his
Right.
name. This is the 5th time.
this has been censored 5 times or something.
Like just like celebs, like everything Travis touches or wears skyrockets.
I forgot about
bro.
like celebrities.
Yeah. I
Or
was thinking.
Drake or something like
Yeah.
that. Like,
Drake would
everything
be a
they
good
touch
one.
just skyrockets. So, and I feel like like you see like Clint got like Drake wearing some coaties.
Yeah.
So it's just like you have to know people. You have to know people to like kind of like.
You know
give it
who I would say then in the UK? Sanch.
Sense.
Yeah.
Everything he wears.
Everything. He's like
Gee, they
Right
wear
now.
those swimming caps. I
Yeah.
mean, this guy right here, like, how's he wearing a swimming cap outside?
Fuck off! Looks good. I promise it looks, good.
We'll get a photo up now.
yeah.
We'll get a photo up now of
We'll get the video
of
of him.
Aquino wearing. Yeah, we'll get a video of him. Like tech fleeces, he made tech fleeces blow up as
Yeah.
well.
What do you guys
etc.
think about the NOCTA?
Oh, that's
Oh,
hard.
it's so good, but why does it
It's-
cost that
I like
much?
how it fits. To be fair.
Have you got it?
Have you got it?
Oh, no.
Oh.
But I just like how it looks and fits.
I wish I copped it now.
I
How
think
much
it's
was it?
240.
Yeah,
the
I
whole
think
set?
retail, yeah. But
Sorry.
if you look on like
That's pocket money for him.
no, but if you look at like resale websites like StockX, it's going for like the whole set.
Did it sell
400
out?
Plus. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
sold
straight
out
away.
Straight away.
Damn.
I think you can still buy the green one,
Or
like
in the store.
in the actual NOCTA store, but I think that would have sold out by now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like no one got the blue one.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, did we talk about that earlier? Like, what's one piece like that you'd want to have?
Want to have?
Yeah.
No, we haven't said that. No.
Oh, well, what's one
Yeah.
piece? Like fashion piece.
What's
or
your
fashion
Grailed
item?
piece that you just want
Yeah.
in your archive?
Like it's not like kind of like. I'd say I wish I kept the Jordan Travis Scott's.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
brown ones. Oh, cause like it's like the first big raffle piece I won,
Hmm.
and I just sold it. But I wish I did keep it.
At least you win.
But
the
I feel like
raffles.
I feel like that money I kind of invested it into UL eventually anyway.
Mm.
So
Probably buy 10 of those now, innit?
On a bad week as well.
no.
What would you say is your like grade, like grade fashion item? I could say mine right now.
Yeah, say you're.
Do you know there's this white Louis Vuitton jacket? I think it's like a leather jacket.
Oh my days! I know what you're on about.
Yeah.
Ah.
Or
Shy
have you
wore
seen the Louis Vuitton jacket Dave wore at Fashion Week Paris?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah.
That's hard.
I would say the exclusive Louis Vuitton one that Clinton got. The gradient piece.
Oh, the purple and
Oh, yeah.
pink.
Oh, that's
Those
so
are yeah, that's a grail.
That's crazy. And that's from Virgil himself.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
R.I.P. man. Would you say Virgil was like a big part of your
Yeah,
upcoming? Is
definitely.
it?
Virgil was very big influence. Like I would listen to some stuff that he says. He was always give like speeches or interviews and stuff. So I was always watching those. Literally, my screensaver is a quote from him. It's sick. I can bring it up here. It's something about time. Like,
It's on your phone right now, so you know the.
let me see, bro. Might be.
I would say Virgil is like top 5 fashion influencers.
Oh yeah,
Like
definitely.
ever.
You see a lot of the fashion creators now look up to Virgil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
he's like the fashion godfather. You know what I mean?
Like R.I.P. bro. Like that was crazy when I heard the news.
Innit?
Yeah.
Where were you when you heard the news?
I don't remember, but this is the quote, by the way.
Was it? There's nothing more precious than time. Yeah. That's good.
I have that up on
yeah,
my
yeah,
laptop.
Yeah.
I think he helped Clint like
Oh yeah.
skyrocket.
Oh, yeah.
I remember seeing like them meeting up and stuff like that, and it was like right before like he passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's crazy. But I remember
You're gonna sound like you're gonna cry.
I remember. Do you guys remember when Kobe died?
Oh, bro, that was such a big
crazy.
thing. It was such a shock, to be honest.
Innit?
Bro, I was at church, and like I think I heard someone mention it. I was like, what? And I
What, you
was-
thought it was fake? Yeah.
Yeah, but I ended up like starting like I was crying that day.
It was,
I was sad, bro.
no, it was
like,
just a
bro.
shock to me.
Because it wasn't just him. It was like
It was,
It was his daughter.
whole
it was his
family.
daughter and
And
like,
other people.
other people and
yeah.
families, and I was like,
Crazy.
bro, that's crazy. That
No,
was
it was like an actual shock to the world.
Innit? I remember like I was at work when I saw the news. I was like, oh shit. And then like afterwards, it still felt like it was not real. You know what I mean? Like it still felt
Yeah.
like he's
It
definitely
low-key feels like he's still around. Do you know
Yeah,
what I
it
mean? He's
low-key
had such a
does.
big influence
Yeah.
on everyone.
damn,
Yeah.
so sad.
Oh, you know what? I was gonna say like another fashion influencer that who's had a big impact in the fashion world is Nigo.
Nigo,
Ooh,
yep,
yeah.
yeah,
Bape.
100%. We haven't mentioned.
I say Nigo and Pharrell. Them
they've
two as a
influenced
collective.
UL a lot as
Oh,
well.
Pharrell is such a talented guy, man.
Yeah.
bro, he's crazy. You can see like on TikTok, like him, like he's literally was like the pioneer back in the day
Yeah.
for music and fashion.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
so-
mean.
It's crazy.
So shout out Pharrell. Isn't he like the Louis Vuitton thing now?
Yeah.
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 I'd
you-
say well deserved.
Do you think he could fill in Virgil's shoes though?
I wouldn't even say fill in, but because he's always been there. Do you know what I mean? And he has his own lane.
Yeah.
Has his own style,
Who do you reckon is the next up and coming
like
fashion
designer-wise.
designer or influencer?
I don't know. I
'Cause
haven't
I,
really.
there's no one name that pops up
Yeah.
to me right
To
now.
be fair.
Mm.
Garrie Ramos.
We're sitting right here with him.
Nah. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
No, I don't actually. 'Cause I remember you said in one of the earlier pods we did, Rick Owens.
Yeah. But
nah.
he's always been up, bro. Like he's not up and coming. He's already up.
He's already up and
I guess you could say Clint, you know.
Probably. Yeah.
Like, only recently had that Nike Cortez collab. That's quite big, to be fair.
I feel like it's just like, what, in terms of designer?
I
don't
don't know.
think-
I think in
'cause-
terms of impact, like,
Impact. Yeah, Clint, obviously. Like, he's reaching out everywhere now.
yeah.
But,
It's Garrie Ramos next
yeah,
up,
it's
innit?
me next up. Nah.
Do you think you could be next up?
We'll
Yeah,
see,
man.
we'll
The
see.
self-belief.
Just watch this back. In like
Watch this
a
back.
year or two.
He'd be like, oh, remember when I thought I couldn't get 50k? And he got like 2 mil followers now.
No way.
Do you want Ultralight to be that big though? Like almost corporate?
Proper mainstream. I don't know. Cause I feel like once it's like that, it's hard to maintain the,
Oh yeah, you can't have creative control. Really.
and it's hard to maintain the essence. Like you can't like keep the essence of the brand like as a small like like built up from the ground. It would just feel too corporate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what people say now? Like once a brand gets too big, like Cortez, I'm not gonna copy. It's not underground
Yeah,
anymore.
it's
Or I was
washed.
always there when it was underground, etc.
Yeah.
They say shit
And,
like that.
Like, you know what people are? Do you ask me like, oh, would you if a company comes and like asks you, can you like sell your stuff at our shop, like JD or something? Like, would I do it?
Would you?
Then,
Is it?
nah.
What would you
Even
value?
if it's a bag.
Really? How much? Oh no, I think everyone
Because
got their
like,
price.
Everyone got a
it will
price.
ruin kind of like the essence of the brand. Because you will end up being surrounded by the other brands that they put out. So what other
true.
brands like
Hood rich.
Yeah, so
and
you'd
you wouldn't
basically be
really
related to Hood Rich.
yeah. So I wouldn't really want to be kind of like right next to stuff like that.
I don't think that's a disrespect.
I'm not putting like
Yeah, I don't think it's a disrespect.
but it's just something I wouldn't do. You
Yeah.
get me?
I think that's what Instagram has done, you know. Like, you can, like, stay in your own lane and make your own brand. And you don't have to mix with anything else. Because I remember, like, do you remember Rascal? Like,
Rascal.
What's that?
F2?
Yeah,
Like,
F2 Freestyle.
Yeah.
They have their own brand.
they had their own brand, but, like, they didn't really sell it on Instagram. Like, back then, it was like, oh, you're in a store or you're not. Like, there wasn't really, like, online stores back then. Like, even Trapstar back in the day, like, you had to, like...
Trapstar was big back in the day.
Rihanna was wearing Trapstar
Yeah.
back in the day.
Like, and
Jay-Z.
I feel like it probably like died down and then they kind of just revived it recently again.
Yeah.
I don't know how though. That's what I mean. I think Sench again.
Yeah, it was Sench.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Sench. I
Anything
reckon
he touches.
if Sench wears his brand, it's going up.
I know.
It's going up.
If Central is
There's actually like UK rappers that
Have
there was
that
one
influence.
that DM'd me for some
Is
stuff.
it? You want? Are
It's
you allowed to
Nems.
say?
Nems.
Nems.
Yeah.
Swear.
That was last year as well.
It's last
He
year.
showed
I haven't
me
given
last-
them anything.
Is
Do you
it?
think I should?
Yeah,
Yeah?
low key.
Maybe.
He's quite big in Manny.
Yeah. No.
Nah, even big in the UK.
Oh, in the UK.
He
as
wears
well.
a lot of most of his posts. He's wearing a lot of like underground brands. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never understood. You know, like when people gatekeep underground brands. I never understood that. Bruv, they're just trying to feed their family. Well, why are you keeping them low key?
Oh, like where'd you get that?
Oh, I can't say.
Store burn down.
Literally.
Stop it, though.
It's lost in stock.
Oh,
Sorry.
this is one question from before that I haven't answered to you now.
What?
It's like the funniest like ultralight story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like my story, but it's just I kept getting tagged on it recently. So there's this a TikTok of this couple. They went in a shop, right? In a restaurant.
I
right?
know.
And he was wearing UL, like you could literally see this, right?
Mm.
And like they were eating and stuff. And they didn't pay, they just ran out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I kept getting tagged, bro. I was like, bro, that boy.
I
I think it was in Brighton.
It's drip or drown, to be honest.
Bro,
They wanted to get
the
dripped in
thing I
UL.
was saying was like bro's supporting under like a small brand, like a small business, and bro, you can't even pay for a meal, like.
Yeah.
And I did comment. I was like, I'd like if hit me up if
the
you
meal
need me
to be paid.
yeah, I can pay for the meal that they
Yeah.
didn't pay for.
But exposure's exposure. It
But
is.
I was
It
just-
is though.
bro, I was
People will
getting-
see that, etc.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
that got so many. That got probably like 1 million views or something like
Yeah,
that.
like if a certain person starts wearing your brand, like
Shut up.
No,
I need to stop. I need to stop.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like that's why exposure is exposure.
yeah, I was, yeah, but at the same time,
Oh,
it's because like you know what I was saying like, earlier I was saying to you guys about that brand that was like kept giving hate
Yeah.
on my comments, and they posted me on their story, but it gave me exposure. It gave me like 100, 200.
That's what I mean. Even the comments we get, some of them are quite like just hating for no reason as well. Like
It's kind of funny.
it is
It is
funny.
It's
It is
just
funny.
engagement.
Yeah.
engagement.
Even
It actually is.
whether they talk about it good or bad, people are talking about it. That's the thing that
Yeah.
matters.
That's what I didn't get at the start of when we did our podcast. Like, I saw the hate comments. Like, why the fuck you taking the piss? Like, do you know what I mean?
When you start up, more people will hate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You will get more hate when you start up.
yeah. Like, but I've realized now, like, it's just a part of the grind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Should end of that.
Yeah.
Or do you have anything else to say?
Nah. Actually, we do have one hypothetical.
I'll go
Yeah,
on.
go on then.
So yeah.
See, you can like go back in time. Where would you go and what would you do?
That's deep.
Shall we start?
You can start because I'm still thinking as well.
I was thinking, I have two perspectives in it. I'm like, there's one that's like me that just wants to see the world, and then there's me that just wants to get rich. So say I was like 12, I'd be like, oh mum, chuck a tenner into Bitcoin, I promise. I promise it'll work, mum. And like, it's only a tenner, so that's like 30 Bitcoin there. But like, if I realistically wanted to go back in time, I'll probably go back to like, the Colosseum and just see fights, like just people beefing. That would be class. It's like UFC, but like you actually die.
I'd probably be the same, with the Bitcoin stuff. But in terms of like going back into ancient history, I'd probably want to see the pyramids in it. I'd actually want to see how they were built.
Oh yeah, no,
True.
that's a shout.
That's actually true.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I'd want to see what, like, was it actually aliens or...
Was it just slaves? There's no way
Yeah.
it was slaves though.
I want to see, the era of Christ.
Oh, that's a good one,
I
That's
would
a good
want to
one.
see that, like, and experience it.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Can't lie.
Yeah, imagine seeing Jesus in the flesh. Just dap him up like, hi, welcome to Jerusalem.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Just dapping up Jesus, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of going back in time, see if you could restart Ultralight all over again. Would you do it differently? Or would you start up like
The same
No,
way.
I think
more
I would,
optimal?
I think I would keep doing what I was doing, but one thing I wish I did before was use TikTok earlier. Because I feel like that would have just like blown it up even more.
Yeah.
Maybe because I feel like when like those other brands using TikTok, like brands weren't really using TikTok around that time, so they were it was niche.
Yeah.
It was like quite like unique. I wish I because people would always say, and I was a bit like because I wasn't sure, but I feel like I jumped on it not too late because it's still dumb bits, but if I did it just a bit earlier, like I don't know, like a couple months, a year earlier, like it would have done bits. Yeah.
Because when it's niche, like that's when it blows up more. And then when more brands come in, it's just saturated and like it's hard to like make a breakout.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you want to end it there then?
Yeah. You got anything else to say?
No, I'd just like to say thank you, Garrie, for being on the pod.
It's alright.
You want to shout out anything?
Yeah.
Shout out these guys, innit? Just
Yeah.
doing their thing, staying in their own lane, and doing bits.
Trying
Thank
to.
you. Thank you.
I appreciate you guys, man.
But yeah.
I'm your co-host, Adrien.
I'm your co-host Josh Kino.
I'm Garrie.
Yeah. Thank
All
you
these
for-
links will be down below.
Yeah. Thank you for watching another episode of chismispodcast.
Deuces.
All right, then. Yeah, shout out to Fen. Shout out to Fen. Shout out to family for letting Garrie have a place to stay at. Shout out to all the girls.
Yeah.
No, I saw like loads of people in the Discord. What's this now? I'm so confused.
No, you already said.
No.
No, wait, I can't even add that. Oh, he's probably like, what's going on?
I didn't know what was going on, but now I know, innit? Shout out. Shout.
No,
I can't even say it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, who's the most famous person who's bought from your job?
It's just blurry.
It's just a massive.
All right, let's start that again.
Yeah.
How do your parents like? Well, how would your parent like? I can't even speak, man.
gon' do? She's asking, wanna be with you, don't agree with you, but do me.